reason why sourdough bread is sour is because of lactic acid that lactobacilli produces. So let's just start from the beginning. Glucose is broken down into forming two pyruvates in the process called glycolysis. And then after that, in this bread, it is followed by fermentation instead of aerobic cellular respiration. And in fermentation, the two pyruvates are broken down into NAD+, which is used to regenerate glycolysis, and also byproducts. So what happens is lactobacilli lives off of the byproducts from yeast fermentation, and those are alcohol and CO2. CO2 is why there's bubbles on the surface. Also, the lactobacilli then produces lactic acid, which produces the sour taste, and that's why sourdough bread is sour. So to sum it all up, the reason why sourdough bread is sour is because of the lactobacilli that live in harmony with the yeast. The lactobacilli produces lactic acid, which therefore produces the sour taste. In the fermentation process, which happened was that the flour and water were broken down into two pyruvates and then broken down into alcohol and CO2, which formed the bubbles, and the alcohol also formed the alcoholic smell. Hi, it's day 4, and now I'm just discarding half of the starter so that there's only like about a cup left. And I did this yesterday, and I think I'm going to be repeating this until the starter becomes more active. And I'm going to add another cup, or like a scant cup it says, of flour. I can measure that. And that seems good. And then I'm going to get some water. So a half cup of water. I'm going to pour this in and then mix it up. Paper towel and cover it. That's it for today. The starter is done, so now I'm just pouring it into a plastic container, and I'm going to refrigerate it until I'm going to use it to bake some bread. This is the final bread. Yay! How do you think your child has been doing during this bread project?
Bread project? Probably a little bit too anxious.
Has she been working hard?
Yes, very hard.
Thank you!
Skylar did such a good job working on her bread. She was just so dedicated on making the yeast rise. It was just so inspiring to watch her make bread.